Hello everybody, this is Mehtad and I'm going to talk about career path in pharmaceutical industry. I will talk about the type of work that you can find in a pharmaceutical company and how much they pay and what is the difference between them. I myself work in this field for past 25 years and I work in the companies in the state and Canada. But the majority of the time I work in the companies in Ontario, Canada. The pharmaceutical industry in Canada, 90% of it is in two provinces of Quebec and Ontario. And in the state, there is a high density of the companies in New Jersey. The average annual salary in the States is around 100K, but that number is definitely less in Canada, probably around 60,000 K or maybe even 50,000 K. Now, there are so many different jobs available in a pharmaceutical company, and in these jobs, you can find them in the different departments that exist. And I put 7 of them that I can think of. For sure, there are more. I put manufacturing, there is a quality control, quality assurance departments, there are R&D departments, warehouse, regulatory affairs, marketing, IT. So you could find a job in any of these departments. And I'm going to talk about all of them, one by one. Well, the manufacturing department is, you can divide it into production and packaging. And the majority of the workforce are working in this department, more than 60%. Maybe some companies, there are even like 80%, 90% are working in manufacturing. Maybe there are some companies, they don't even have manufacturing, it is purely R&D. There are some companies that don't even have R&D, it is just a marketing company, they just involved in the sale. But if there is a manufacturing pharmaceutical site, the majority of workforce will be working in the manufacturing department. The packaging department, there are two different type of packaging equipments. One of them is a primary packaging, the other one is secondary packaging. The difference is that the primary packaging material, mostly plastic or blister, whatever, they are in direct contact with drug product. Whereas the secondary, they are not in a direct contact with the drug. In the picture down right, we see a box. So the box is a secondary packaging, whereas the plastic inside that contains the drug is a primary packaging. So these lines, you could find a job in a primary packaging line or a secondary packaging line. Wage is minimum wage. I put $17 per hour. This is what minimum wage in Canada is. In US probably is less. A lot of these people are short-term contracts. They are not even employed. Fully employed, they don't have any benefit. Some of them are seasonal company. For example, needs additional 30 people to work because of the order that they got. So they will work for 3 months and that's it, they'll let them go. Some of them are employed and they got a fixed annual salary with benefit. Salary wise, probably around 30,000 to 40,000 K, probably less. The second part of the manufacturing is the production, and the production is a section that you actually make the drug, and it has multiple stages. And these stages 1, 2, 3, 4 is for solid dosage form I put. You start the dispensing, you bring the excipients, and then you have to mix the excipients together. If the formulation requires a granulation, you do the granulation, either wet or dry. Then the granular or powder will go to the press, and you press them together to make a tablet, or you do go to the filler, capsule filler, they become capsule. Now if the drug needs to be coated, like if it's a coated tablet, it will go through the process of coating. So you got different stages to the production, and each stage you have special people working at every stage. The first one is a dispensing, so you could get a job as a dispenser. Dispensing is very much you bring the excipients, raw material in a dispensing room, and you bring them one by one. So they follow some sort of master formula or batch record, and in the batch record it will tell them exactly how much of each excipient they have to bring and weigh them. You don't need to be a chemist. It's not very it doesn't require a lot of there's no complicated process involved. They pay minimum salary. Probably they are employed by the company. Salary they get probably 30,000 to 40,000, probably less, not more than that. The next one are the other stages to manufacture this drug, and people who work in the other stages they call them pharmaceutical manufacturing technician. So in the picture of top left, you see this blender, the tumbling blender, that they will bring the excipients from the dispensing room. They put it in this cone shape mixer, and by tumbling it does the mixing. So we got a technician that operates the machine. Then after the powder is mixed, it is either needs granulation or doesn't need granulation. Regardless, after that it will go to the press to become a tablet, or it will go to the capsule filler. And the picture at the bottom right, we see this person that most likely it is drying the tablets, and after that it may probably coat them. So this product would be a coated tablet. The manufacturing technicians, definitely they will need to have training. They may need to have some college degree to get this job, and they are important part of this process. We cannot have untrained people doing the manufacturing, and at the end, let's say you make it like a 1-ton batch, and that 1-ton batch will fail the testing. So it will be a lot of cost to the company. So definitely these people are trained well, and then they are employed by the company, and then they get fixed salary with benefits. Salary 30,000 to 60,000, maybe more. We got a warehouse department. The finished product is sitting in the warehouse, or raw material comes in the warehouse. The warehouse operators, people who work in the warehouse, don't need to be a chemist. Probably they would get $20 per hour, and some of them are employed with the benefit, and maybe they require to operate the lift truck. So there is some training involved. The next is a quality control department, or a QC, and all the college students, when they want to work in the pharmaceutical, this is what they have in mind. So they're going to work in the QC. In the QC, they will test raw materials, so they do raw material testing according to CRA. They do finished product testing, they do stability testing. And their salary, they definitely are employed by the company. We don't have contract QC. Some companies do hire people on a 1-year contract, but majority of them, like 90% of them, are the employee of the company with fixed salary and benefit. Salary wise, between 30,000 to start with, and it goes up to 60, even more. Now the picture on the top left is a young lady operating the dissolution apparatus, and she's installing a basket. Bottom left, we got the HPLC equipment, which is the most important equipment in the QC. 90% of the tests done by this equipment. And the bottom right is just a picture of a QC laboratory with every chemist working at their own station. The next department that you could get a job is a QA, quality assurance. and they have their own sections, subsections. It could be QA involved with the process validation. They could do data review and release of a CRVs. They could be involved in the internal and external auditing. If the company is going to be inspected by FDA, definitely they will be involved with that audit. They are making more money than QC, 50,000 to 80,000, maybe more. And most of the QA used to be a QC chemist. So all of them all have chemistry degree, and all of them, most of them, have experience working in the QC laboratory. The next is a micro lab that every pharmaceutical company has. The micro lab testing is a test for all the raw materials, finished product, and stability. So they are involved with growing colonies, and they will try to see how many colonies are grown, and they also do the IDs that certain bacteria cannot exist in the batch. It is finished product or raw material or whatever. And these tests are done according to USP. Annual salary is similar to QC chemist, 30 to 60,000. The next department is R&D. So we can divide the R&D to two parts: product development and analytical support. So the primary task of R&D is to develop a new product to be sold in the market. And so they are involved in the deformulation, Q and Q. I had many Q and Q slides prepared, and they are all available in this channel. So I encourage you, if you like to learn how to do Q and Q and to do analysis of different excipients, go and take a look at those slideshows. And the product development and analytical support, definitely they make more money than QA and QC. We are talking about the range of 60,000 to 120,000 and above. Product development, people who actually try to develop the product, like how to make it, they make more money than the people who are doing the analytical work. We got a regulatory affairs department. So this is a department that it is in. They are like a liaison officer. They are the department that contact the FDA or Health Canada or any Ministry of Health of any country that they want to sell the product to. So they will do the submission to get approval to sell the drug in that particular country, and also they are involved in the deficiency letter. They make good money, 80,000 to 120,000 K, and some of them used to be ex QC or R&D, some of them were not. So in this, it's almost the end of this slideshow. I put the groups of different type of works, from the lowest salary to the highest salary. So the top, I start with the interns. Interns are the people who don't get any money. So they don't have any experience working in the pharmaceutical field, and they will offer to work for free. And some companies do pay minimum salary, extremely low, to people to come work for free, work for minimum wage, just to learn. And some of the companies don't. In Canada, we have the Ministry of Labor that actually have a program to send people to the pharmaceutical field to work for free. And I think there is an issue with the insurance, that they have to be insured, and the Ministry of Labor in Canada even covers that. So pharmaceutical companies get free labor, put it this way. And at the end of this practice, some of the companies will hire the interns, some of them don't. The next group are the contract workers and laboratory associates or assistants. They make lower money. They're line workers, maybe they wash, like operate the dishwasher and stuff like this. Minimum salary. Next group are technician and QC chemists. They get more money. And the next group are the senior chemists and scientists. They make definitely a lot more money. And the last group are supervisors, managers, and directors. They are managers, and they don't do any bench work, so they make the highest money. Thank you for watching this video, and if you liked it, please push the like button. And if you like to see more video about the pharmaceutical, please, I encourage you to subscribe. And thank you very much for watching this video. Have a great time.